Hey yo, what's up everybody? Cantarella's rerun banner is right around the corner, and you already know what it is. The question of whether you should drop that ass drag for the true blessed maiden or to pack it up and wait for the next one. So, should you pick her up? Well, this is one of my favorite characters, so yeah. And today I want to tell you all the reasons that you might want to consider pulling this character if you haven't already. And of course, I'll also be talking about the downsides so you know what you're getting into. That said, let's get it. Let's talk about the elephant in the room right now. This character's design is very alluring, beautiful and elegant. From the detail on the lace of her garments to the dreamlike translucent jellyfish in her skills, to even the animations in the character menu, to the heavies. Also, another cool thing about this character is the mobility buff you get in water. I know a lot of people just avoid being in water altogether because you can fly, but should you ever end up in water? Should there be ever a reason or a desire to be in the water, Cantarella is a character you want on your team because she significantly boosts your speed and mobility in water, and when you're ready to fly again, just hop into Mirage mode and take off in the air. All of this looks super beautiful, but looks alone can only get you so far. So what is this character's combat like? Well, Cantarella is a very easy character to pick up and play. Swapping her on and off field doesn't really disturb her playstyle, and her attacks can often make it easier for you to evade enemy damage. Speaking of minimizing damage, something that a number of people forget, especially in co-op events, which by the way we haven't had in a long time, Kuro, help us out, is that she can also heal the team. Cantarella has a number of different playstyles, one of which is an off-field damage dealer via her Resonance Liberation. By the way, her Resonance Liberation isn't even her strongest move. Her strongest single-hit ability by far is her Forte ability, and it does crazy damage. It literally clears out entire mobs of enemies, and sometimes it even kills Overlord bosses with one hit. Naturally, with this much flexibility in her playstyle, she can be built a number of different ways. And I know many people just choose to build her as a support, and I think that's fine, but me personally, I choose to go for a damage dealing build because I'm just addicted to that power. It feels too good just to take a chunk out of the hologram's HP bar. Another thing that I enjoy about Cantarella is also how flexible and free it feels to make teams. So a while back, I made a video on Zani, and in it, I talked about how she is very reliant on other characters. And because of that, it just feels like you have to be way more conscious of who you select for your team, or she doesn't even work properly. But with Cantarella, I don't feel that way at all. You can play her with tons of other characters. And I think her flexible playstyles and build paths is what makes this level of flexibility in team building possible. One of my two favorite teams are made up of Sanhua and Shorekeeper for all those buffs, or Brant and Frolova, because her and Frolova buff each other, and Brant is just there for the shield and the vibes. And for those of you who've seen my other videos on this topic, you already know how much I enjoy characters who are interwoven into the story and the world. And Cantarella checks that box. Cantarella is very much a part of the story, the main story, as well as her companion quests. You know, I'm not so fond of when they pull a character out of thin air, and because of how integral Cantarella is to the main story, I can definitely see her being revisited again at some point. And when they do, I'll be ready. Now, before we get into the cons, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help me to continue bringing you awesome videos just like this one. Now, let's go ahead and get into the cons. While I still do enjoy this character a lot, there are some things that could 100% be better, or at least some things you should keep in mind if you're going to decide on getting this character. And the first one is a big one. So earlier, I was talking about how powerful this character is, how her Forte ability is a complete nuke. Well, the price to pay for being reliably able to use it is Sequence Node 1. Now, you really don't have to get Sequence Node 1, but you'll probably wish you had it. because her forte makes her float over to the enemy and power up with a rather lengthy animation. And the problem is, enemies can still hit you while you do this, so you can easily get knocked out of the ability, which brings me to my next point. This powerful forte ability has a cooldown. That's right, it has a CD of about 18 seconds. So imagine powering up for this big attack. You're all ready. I mean, you spent 3 full Dragon Ball Z episodes powering up, only to be hit in the face and reduced to base level Goku, laying on the ground. Not only did you not get a chance to use this ability, but now you're on cooldown. So you have to wait to be even able to try it again. Now, this just might be the only character that has a cooldown on their forte ability. And you guys can let me know in the comments if there's another character you know of that has a cooldown on their forte. But she's the only one I know. And because this attack is so powerful, I'm not even tripping on the cooldown. Just at least give us some resistance to interruption in a situation like this. One that's not tied to a sequence node. And the last con is something that is ever on the horizon in games like this. But especially in this upcoming patch, because we know Augusta and Yuno are very relevant characters and powerful, both physically and in terms of moving the plot forward. You don't want to be like a little kid looking out the window and watching their friends play and have fun while you're all cooped up inside. And according to my poll, a lot of you guys want these upcoming characters. So that's just something to think about if you decide to pull this character on this rerun banner. But in the end, what can I say? I still like the character. I just want to let you guys know my experience with this character. I totally still love playing this character despite these cons, and I feel like the pros outweigh the cons of this character. I personally have a couple sequence nodes myself, but you actually don't have to have them. If you don't have the sequence nodes, you probably just want to figure out how to quick swap and get the timing right on this character. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that part, because that's something I immediately noticed when I played the character, and I feel like it's worth mentioning. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about this character. Are you going to get her? Anyways, that is all I have for you guys today. And until next time, I'll catch you in the waves. Peace.